What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. So you guys see the headline above, Rich Piana hospitalized. Now, first of all, there's probably going to be a million videos. I actually talked to Greg Valentino tonight for a while on the phone. Me and Greg, when we get on the phone, we could talk for fucking a week straight and fucking we wouldn't even realize we were on the phone that long. But we're talking and we're talking about how there's probably going to be 1,000 videos up tonight of this topic, Rich Piana, and many of them are just going to be spitting out information that was already out there that everybody knows, and they're just going to put it up there for views. So I'm going to tell you guys what I know and how I found out. Greg actually told me, he actually texted me and said, hey, is Rich okay? And I was training my clients, and I told him, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He said TMZ actually broke the story that Rich was hospitalized. So I was like, fuck. So I went online, I looked at the TMZ thing. Now, here's the thing. Apparently, it was a few days ago. Nobody heard anything about it. Nobody knew what was going on. And TMZ broke that Rich was rushed to the hospital after being found unconscious or, unconscious, non-responsive. And he was hospitalized for an overdose. Now, first of all, we don't know for a fact. I mean, how they would get that, I don't fucking know. It's not like they're on the scene of the crime, or the scene of the crime, or the scene of, Rich's house where, all of a sudden they're like, oh, there's drug parent, whatever. Anyways, he was in a medically induced coma, which usually they put you in this coma to let your brain try to repair itself. When they put you under it, basically you're have some type of brain damage, or you could possibly have brain damage or swelling, etc., etc. They put you in the medically induced coma to try to let your brain repair itself. Now, myself being around a lot of drug addicts and seeing people overdose, generally they don't put you in a coma when you overdose on drugs. It didn't dawn on me at the time because I was like, oh my God, Rich is in trouble. Like, it didn't dawn on me at the time. Like, I wasn't putting two and two together until I calmed down and realized they don't usually put you to medically induced coma. Usually, if you are to the point where your lungs have stopped working and you're found unresponsive like that, and your lungs stop working, you already have brain damage, and they usually can't bring you back. So they don't put you in a coma. What they do is try to bring you back and stabilize you and give you Narcan or whatever the fuck they need to do to reverse the drug overdose. But that's not what happened. So he was found unresponsive. They stabilized him, brought him to the hospital, and then put him in a medically induced coma, which when they do that, I'm wondering, I don't know for a fact, but I'm wondering if he was actually awake and, in pain or whatever, and they were like, fuck it, let's just put him down. So I've talked to the 5% crew. Doesn't matter who I talk to. But the truth of the matter is there was no drugs found in Rich's system. Okay? That's the truth. Rich fell and hit his head. Now, how did he fall? We don't really know how he fell yet and hit his head. It was a concussion that he suffered from hitting his head on the floor. Now, Rich is a big dude, right? So even if he fucking slipped on the fucking floor and fell and whacked his head, he would wind up in the same circumstance. So there's speculation right now, and I don't know if we'll really know what happened until Rich comes to. But as far as I know, he's doing well. He's getting better. Even the doctors are like, hey, he's okay. He's doing good. Everything's going to be okay. And things are looking very positive right now, which was awesome, right? Now, that being said, I think it's pretty shitty how people are going to be making videos giving their opinion. None of this is my opinion. This is what I read and what I know to be true, and then what I've been told. None of it is my opinion. It's not my opinion that Rich is in the hospital for anything. And besides, what difference does it make why he's in the fucking hospital? He's there. The fact of the matter is he's hurt. He needs to fucking recover. Wishing him well is what we need to do right now, and be supportive, and not fucking these people bashing him and talking shit about him, telling him he should fucking die. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Why? I don't know, guys. I step back and, hearing the news about C.T. Fletcher and, his heart attack that he had. He's on the heart transplant list. Seeing the pictures of him the last week in the hospital looking like he's sick. Rich, I just saw Rich 2 weeks ago at Super League. I saw him and Chanel at Super League. We were hanging out talking about, random shit like nothing ever happened. He looked totally fine. He didn't look like he was on any fucking drugs or anything. He looked totally fine, in good spirits, happy. The regular Rich Piana that we all know and love. That's how he was. So for an accident like this to happen, I kind of stepped back and I was like, fuck, it makes you realize, like, 1 second somebody's here, the next second they could be fucking gone. And it's not like I didn't know that lesson. It's not like I'm not aware of that. But, when I woke up this morning, the last thing on my mind was possibly, hey, Rich Piana may be gone today. When I found out about CT having the heart attack, the last thing on my mind that day was CT could have a heart attack and die. Like, none of it really is in your mind. And, you know, all of a sudden it's just there and it's in your face, and it, you know, it's scary as fuck, you know, because Rich isn't just a fitness guy, you know, like many of you guys look at him as the mutant, the freak, like what, you know, whatever, however you look at him. And that's not how I look at him. That's how I looked at him before I knew him. How I used to look at Rich, and we're going to a little bit of this right now. How I used to know Rich was that big guy who was on the mutant ads. That was it. When I signed with 5% Nutrition, you know, I asked for Rich to be in my videos, and he said yes. Immediately. Yes, oh yeah, absolutely, let's do that. That's cool. Absolutely, cool. And the first time I actually met him face-to-face was at the Olympia that year. I was going to be at the booth. And we were at the hotel, and I walked by, and there he was, and I introduced myself to him. And I said, hey, I'm Jerry Ward. And he said, yeah, I know who you are. It's nice to meet you finally, Jerry. And, you know, Viking was there, and I met Viking for the first time. And I said, you know, I'll be there. You know, what time do you want me there? He said, hey, whenever, tomorrow, come by. And immediately when I got to the booth the next day, he was like, hey, man, what's up? You know, here's all the guys. Introduce yourself. Do you want to shoot the video now for the Olympia? Like, he was all about it. Like, he was about helping me with my channel. There was everybody around him trying to get a piece of him, trying to take pictures, trying to fucking get autographs. All they wanted to do was be around him and fucking take from him. And he shut that shit right down and came over to us and started explaining how things go. And he could have had somebody working for him do that for us. There's plenty of people working there. One of the guys that was at the booth could have told us. He did it himself. He greeted us himself. He welcomed us himself. And he explained what was going on. Okay, that's my first interactions with Rich. And after that, you know, like that day, he gave me his phone number. He's like, you know, call me anytime. Like we were old friends. Okay, and I barely knew him at this point. I just met him. And over time, traveling around with the 5%ers and getting to know him better and better, and seeing the bad rap that he got when people fucking pick on him and they're douchebags and they fucking make fun of him and shit. When the more I got to know him, all I found was a really fucking nice, outgoing guy that actually fucking helped people a lot more than they give him credit for. Anybody who's on the 5% team owes Rich Piana. Period. Hands down. Most of us showed up there without very big social media followings, and he had the following. Him, CT, those guys had the followings before we ever fucking had anything. And by us just being involved and him opening up that door for us to be part of the 5% and doing the videos and stuff with us and putting us up on his Instagram and his videos, and he helped us. That's what Rich did. You know, and over the course of time, I went about my own way to go with Primeval, and Rich wasn't just supportive, but he was encouraging. He was encouraging to do it. And he would check up on me. He would check on me and say, hey, how's things with Primeval? Are they doing everything that they promised? He would ask me. He didn't have to do that. That's not a boss. That's not somebody running a company. That's a friend. You know, he would hit me up randomly. My phone would ring, and I'd see Rich Piana. I'd throw it, hey, hello. He goes, what's up? God damn it. Like he would say, that's what he'd say on the phone. What up? God damn it. And that's what he would say on the phone. You know, and like we got into discussions many times about personal stuff, about business stuff. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I look at Rich and he's not a fitness guy. He's my friend. And I've stood by him no matter what the fuck went on because he has never turned his back on me, said a bad word to me. He's never said a bad word to me about anyone, ever. And I spent a decent amount of time with the guy. So I kind of stepped back and, you know, I wish that right now everybody would either be supportive or just be quiet. You know, someone's hurt, someone's in the hospital, their loved ones are fucking freaked out, everybody's fucking worried. Putting the hate out there just doesn't fucking make any sense. What the fuck is the point? Like, you're not cool, you're not funny, you're not fucking making people like you, you're not getting attention, you're not doing anything. You know, all you're doing is making yourself look like a dick when you do it. So, hopefully, you know, as far as I know, things are going to work out for Rich. He'll be okay. I hope that he is all healed up and he's at the Olympia in 6 weeks, to be totally honest with you, because, you know, it sucks getting this news and seeing this stuff. I'm telling you, like, you know, my wife Erin hit me up right away. She goes, what happened to Rich? When she saw my post, and I told her, I said, I don't know. You know, TMZ's reporting this. I don't even know. I hadn't talked to any of the 5% crew yet. And she was like, oh, my God. Like, she knows. She knows that Rich is my friend. So, Rich, if you see this, when you come out of whatever's going on over there, which you do watch my videos because you fucking hit me up and tell me I saw this video, ha ha ha, and you do fucking answer you do type shit on my pictures and shit, which are totally random. It's fucking cool. But we're all pulling for you. We're all here, and we support you. And there's always going to be the haters, and they're still your haters. But even when they're hating you, they're kind of supporting you too, because they're bringing attention to what's going on with you. So the more attention, the better. And we'll be here when you get back, buddy. I'm Bios3, and I approve this message. We're out.